Bye.
That was overly dramatically wistful.
Don't step on my glass. Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
Don't step on. Well, I'm Daniel.
I am Rex. And
We're gonna do what feels like
not a whiskey.
it really should have been a Peter Golden moment, but instead it's actually that's not true. It's Erik Evenson, magnificent bastard.
Magnificent bastard, Erik Edmondson?
Evenson.
Evenson, you magnificent
Bastard!
You met Erik. He brought like a suit for you, like an eagle suit, like that.
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay.
cool. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so
Drum.
here's the cool thing. This was a distillery
Drumguish.
that tried to sort of like make a go of it in the anyway, like pre-2000,
Okay.
like this is older, right? But what he was doing was trying to release a single malt
Yes.
in the budget category. It's barely 3 years old, and the whole thing closed and went out of business and is now other things.
So a budget single malt.
Yeah.
So just, 2-bit reaction to that premise is I would think most people that are into single malts, they're not really scared of the price. That whole scene, if you're a single malt lover, enthusiast, whatever.
Yeah.
So you're going to be spending some money.
Right.
And then on the other side, on the entry level, the bottom shelf, the budget scene, it's like, well, who cares about single malt? I just want something nice. Often going to put it on the rocks.
This is the
maybe
guy who thought he was
mix
going to change that whole trend.
Okay.
These days, that brand is McClelland, but they don't own a distillery. They source single malt,
Yeah,
right?
so he's making his stuff.
But this was the distillery was actually making it, and he's like, "This is our market," and it just flopped.
Yeah.
Like a belly flop, right? Just flopped
I would suspect.
because everybody was judging it on the wrong criteria.
Right. You see single malt.
Yeah.
And you don't care what the price is.
Right.
I mean, how often do you and I get down the road with the review, giving tasting notes,
And then
the
go-
price is it's this, we should readjust our spectrum of expectations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really the top priority for most people in the whiskey scene.
Now it smells very much malt forward, granola forward, mixed with honey and green tea.
And I also got what jumped out to me is a really malty, funky pear.
Yeah, the fruit is there.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, it's not a bad nose. It's a young nose.
it's youngish, but
Yeah.
this could be a great whiskey.
If he would have gotten comfortable with letting it age and mature in the direction that I think this would have become.
Yeah, I think the distillation this is right on the money.
Yeah. I was expecting they went out of business. They didn't really make anything good. I think they just missed the mark in terms of what they thought the market was willing to recognize as a good value proposition.
Right.
I think they probably had the makings of a nice whiskey if they would have approached it from the different angles. Let's just make a really nice single malt.
Yeah, or if they had messaged the budget single malt a different way, maybe.
I don't
But
know.
it's the wrong category, I feel like. Oh, dude, if I had made that, I would be proud.
The youngness is apparent, but it's more fruity on the taste.
Yeah.
You can tell it's proof down.
Yeah, and you can tell it's young. It still has that malt grain forward, hasn't added the complexity and the barrel vanilla notes or
But
the sherry cask
that
notes.
aside, the 40% ABV and all that, the actual character of that fruitiness, young though it may be,
Yeah.
it would mature in a really nice single malt if left in the barrel to just let it.
Yeah, if I was in charge of these barrels in Scotland, I would think we're right on the track. We're
Yeah.
right on track.
Yeah, you're aimed in the right direction. I think if you would have let it aged, the flavors are aimed in the right direction. I think in terms of how you position this in the marketplace, wrong direction.
I think I would have tried to sell our malt at 3 years old to blending companies to round out that grain
Oh yeah,
while waiting on our barrels to age.
Yes, that's what
Because
you
I
do.
think this really would round out the grain whiskey really nice. As a
Now,
matter of fact,
the name though. Oh my gosh, is this their facility in the label? Is there a photo of their stills?
yeah.
Those are big, beautiful stills. Huge, giant, beautiful pot stills. Wow, that's a shame.
They're still in business, but just not owned by the same people or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, two big old pot stills there.
Okay, I'm going to test my theory.
Okay.
with Girvan, single grain. Right? So
Okay.
we're going to create a blended scotch real quick. Should get a different glass. We can both try it here.
Why the Girvan? Why'd you grab that one?
Just because it's a no age statement.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about like, well, I'm cheating by going a 12-year-old grain spirit.
It's, for what it's worth, it's a lighter color than this 3-year-old.
Yeah, try it, smell it, and try it. Get your grid on.
Colored evidence. There we go. All right.
There you go. You ready?
Definitely different notes. This is much more of a vanilla cream,
Right.
And that is more of a the Drumguish is more of like a fruity pear on the taste.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Is this a full 750?
I think we need a half and half, roughly. But I'm gonna do a third first.
Because this looks like quite a bit smaller of a bottle.
Oh, see? There we go. This would do really well in a blend.
So you're going for like a vanilla cream / pear fruitiness.
Yeah.
What was the ratio?
1/3, 2/3.
Yeah. The layers, they stack.
Right.
They don't cancel each other out.
And then you're able to price point it at a reasonable price point.
Yeah. Still young.
It falls in the category of people looking at this as like, that's a really good blend.
Yeah.
Right?
Still young, but the flavors do, because sometimes you'll blend some stuff together and it'll just they'll neutralize each other. It becomes a very flat thing.
No, this stacked.
Yeah. That's tough. It's a shame they went out of business and they
Well, they're not. They're
I know.
owned now by
but
yes.
the original people that put the thing together.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, that's always hard to. There we got the Nick Schultz. I'm not sure. I'd say Jim is the equivalent to Starbucks. I'd say it is more like a Folgers or Maxwell House.
Yeah.
Starbucks would be up the food chain a bit, like Woodford.
Really? You think Starbucks and Woodford? So I get the comparison, and I agree. It's probably not. It's probably lower on the bulk chain.
You think Dunkin' Donuts maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts because they're known for coffee.
Yeah, but it's still obviously chain coffee.
Right.
I think Dunkin' Donuts or what's the Canadian donut
Tim
shop?
Horton.
Tim Horton.
Yeah.
Tim Horton.
The Canadians will fight you.
Yeah.
If you don't hold Tim Horton up in the highest esteem at all times, they pretend to be a very peaceful,
Until that
amicable people.
Yeah.
No, they'll cut you.
No,
you go after the Tim Hortons.
I'm all in
They'll cut you.
on Tim Hortons donuts, just not in on the coffee.
No, I've had it. It's beautiful. I love Tim Hortons in every way.
Kill this guy, not me.
Monkey Arm says, cue the music. Daniel is more than one episode. In more than one episode, you have fancied yourself a rock climber. You haven't heard of the Ape Index?
So I hassled you for ape arms.
Okay.
Right? Now, there's a thing in rock climbing called the Ape Index. And in case you're wondering, mine is 1.
Daniel has an Ape Index of 1.
Yes.
So
So,
you're not monkey-esque.
no. But there's plenty of rock climbers who've been badasses, although I did almost lose to a 12-year-old girl one time because she was so fucking light and climbed like a monkey spider.
So
Yeah. Or spider monkey spider. Spider monkey. Right?
Go ahead.
So, Ape Index is what's your wingspan
Yeah.
versus your height,
Okay.
right? So if your wingspan is longer than your height, then your ratio starts at 1. So if your height is 5'9" and your wingspan is 5'9", you're 1, which is me.
I want to know what mine is.
If you are
I'm looking
like
for a tape measure or something.
yeah, if you are anything over, it's like 1 point something is your wingspan.
Right.
And a lot of the most famous climbers in the entire world have a significantly longer reach than they are tall.
Like Michael Phelps, he's a swimmer, but his arm is crazy. His
Yeah.
wingspan is crazy. I shouldn't bring this up, but I'm gonna, because it's kind of funny.
Okay.
Speaking of climbing and hanging and whatnot. So, as we do, feats of strength, me and Fancy Dan going head to head. We dominated nonstop, left and right. Like the sparks and the sizzle, it's just crazy. Just trust me. And so he challenged me. He said, I bet you can't do an unspecified number of pull-ups. It's like, pwah, all right, bring it. And I did. I did the number of pull-ups that he called. I did it. No problem.
Like full extend,
Yes.
no feet hang,
Yes. Yes.
0 to...
That, whatever the number
Okay.
is. Yes. And then Dan says, well, I can do pull-ups too. It's like, I didn't ask you to do pull-ups, but do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It's fine. So he did an unspecified number of pull-ups. And then And then Alex says, let me try.
Yeah.
For like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
10, 15 minutes.
Just
Fully
kept going.
extended. Going. And then we're like, we got lunch.
Yeah, we got
came
places
back,
to
and
go.
he's doing it like one-handed, up and down.
Doesn't surprise me even a little bit.
Yeah. So you can do that when you weigh 30 pounds.
I was gonna say, when you weigh as much as my 10-year-old, that's how it works.
All right. So surprisingly, not bad.
Yeah, I like the blend. I even like the really young 3-year-old malt for what it is. I absolutely understand why it failed abysmally.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it could have been something really nice if they would have taken a different direction in those early days.
And thanks, Eric. I mean, no one's ever gonna be able to get this, but I thought it was an interesting episode.
This isn't gold standard.
Yeah.
This isn't Peter Golden standard. That's why would you besmirch?
because it was in the budget category, but I was wrong.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
here's fighting stealing.
If you fight me, a fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your life.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.